Hello students, we are again going to continue with the chapter, the proposal, and we had seen how Natalia and Lomov are talking to each other. Lomov is trying to make a proposal to Natalia. Here there is a mention by Lomov about Oxen Meadows touching Birchwoods. And he said, my Oxen Meadows. Meadows are grasslands which are there for cattle grazing or for grazing by the animals. Birch woods are woods of birch trees. As soon as this is said, Natalia gets irritated and she says, excuse my interrupting you. You say my Oxen Meadows, but are they yours? Yes, mine. What are you talking about? Oxen Meadows are ours, not yours. So we see there is a quarrel which begins out of an issue of confusing of a land of confusion, that is Oxen Meadows. Natalia thinks it is theirs and Lomov thinks that it is theirs. Now what is this issue all about? Lomov, no, mine, honored Natalia Stefanovna. So very honored because he has come for the proposal. Natalia, well, I never knew that before. How do you make that out? How do you get to know that they are yours? Lomo, how? I'm speaking of those Oxen Meadows which are wedged, which are sandwiched between your birchwoods and the burnt marsh. So I'm talking about exactly those Oxen Meadows which are squeezed between the birchwood and the burnt marshy area. So marsh area we know. That is what I'm talking about. Natalia. Yes, yes, they are ours. Exactly those Oxen Meadows are ours. Lomov. No, you are mistaken. Honored Natalia Stefanovna. Always honored because he has come for the proposal. But they are mine. There is a quarrel between, there is an argument between the two. Natalia. Just think, Ivan Vasilovich, how long have they been yours? Lomov. How long? As long as I can remember. Natalia, really? You wouldn't get me to believe that. How can it be possible they are ours? How can you tell it yours? But you can see from those documents, honored Natalia Stefanovna, Oxen Meadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute. I can understand that they were once a disputable land between us, but now everybody knows that they are mine. But finally, when the dispute was sorted, they came to us. They are nothing to argue about, and there is no confusion about it. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity, forever, to the peasants, farmers of your father's grandfather. So what was the confusion? That Lomov's grandmother gave these meadows to the farmers of Natalia's father's grandfather to use, and perpetuity, that means in a state forever, and in return for which they were to make bricks for her, and in return bricks were to be made. The peasants or farmers belonging to your father's grandfather had the free use of the meadows for 40 years. So they had for 40 years use of it and had got into the habit of regarding them as their own when it happened that. So it was given for them to use, but they were not theirs. But because they had been using, they thought that it is theirs. Natalia. No, it isn't at all like that. You are wrong. But grandfather and great grandfather reckoned that their land, reckoned means believed, that their land extended to burnt marsh. All this land is ours. Till burnt marsh, all the land is ours. And which also includes Oxen Meadows, and which means that Oxen Meadows are ours. I don't see what there is to argue about. It is simply silly. Why are you arguing about it? It's very clear that it is ours. Lomo. I'll show you the documents, Natalia. Documents are very authentic. You can see the documents and you can believe it. Natalia. No, you are simply joking or making fun of me. What a surprise. You have had the land for nearly 300 years? And then we are suddenly told that it isn't ours. So Natalia is saying that this is a joke. You are making fun. And it is surprising that we have the land for nearly 300 years. And after 300 years after using it and owning it, you are telling that it is not ours. Ivan Vassilevich, I can hardly believe my own ears. These meadows aren't worth much to me, though the cost is not much, but they only come to 5 dessiatins. Dessiatins is actually land area in Russia, and it is equal to 1.09 hectare. 1 dessiatin is 1.09 hectare, so 5 dessiatins may be around 5 point something hectare, and are worth perhaps 300 rubles. It is not even very costly also, just 300 rubles. Rubles is the currency of Russia. But I can't stand unfairness, but I don't like dishonesty. Say what you will. I can't stand unfairness. Whatever you say, but I don't like dishonesty, and I can digest that. Lomo, hear me out. I implore you. Please listen to me. I request you to listen to me and understand me what I am saying. So implore means to beg earnestly to do something. The peasants of your farmer's grandfather, as I have already said, the honor of explaining to you, used to bake bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them a pleasant. Now he is repeating the same argument again and again, that her grandmother had given this land to the peasants of your father's grandfather to use, and and in the return of that they had to bake the bricks. Natalia, I can't make head or tail of this. I can't understand anything about aunts and grandfathers and great grandfathers and all. The meadows are ours. I don't know about history, whatever you are telling. I know presently the fact that these oxen meadows are mine. Lomov, mine. Natalia, ours. Now there is a heated argument, and both of them are thinking that they are theirs. You can go on proving it for 2 days on the end, and you can go and put on 15 dress jackets. But I tell you, they are ours, ours, ours. However nicely you are dressed, however long you keep on telling, I won't believe it. I don't want anything of yours. I don't want to give anything of mine. So there. So there is an argument, and Natalia is not convinced at all. Natalia Stefanovna. Earlier he was telling Honorable Natalia Stefanovna, I don't want the meadows, but I am acting on principle. These are values, principles. You have to be honest. If you like, I'll make you a present of them. I can even gift it to you, but dishonesty is not what I like. Both of them are saying these are values and principles, and they dislike dishonesty, and that is why they won't bear on this. So we can see a heated argument goes on, and whether the argument will be settled and the proposal will be made, let us see in the next part. Please try to read the chapter and understand, students.